Welcome to Living in Grand Rapids, the podcast. I am Josh May.
I'm Katie Arnold.
I am Leah Hills.
And I'm Ross Bacon.
And we are four of the Maker Builders with Remax of Grand Rapids coming to you today. Another edition of Living in Grand Rapids. Excited to chat with you today about some local small business grocery stores. I mean, just think about all the places around, in and around Grand Rapids. We're going to talk about our favorite four, maybe not our favorite, just four great places, right?
Well, It's my favorite.
Well, I feel like we just try and highlight as many businesses as possible. So I feel bad saying favorite, right? These are four great places in and around Grand Rapids that you can go if you just need you want to support a small local business grocery store. So Ross, since this is your favorite, why don't you kick us off?
Horrocks, which many of you have never been to. It sounds
Sure.
like. It's fantastic. There's one actually located, the big one is located in Lansing right off 96. But there's a Grand Rapids location right at the end of Burton in Kentwood there. Fantastic little grocery store. I mean, not little, it's a good size, but they have a beer garden out back where they have beers on tap that you can, grab some beer while you're doing your grocery shopping. They have all different types of Michigan and local beers. And then they have like an actual beer garden in the back. You can go and sit. They have a really cool little space there. Some of my wife's and my family's favorite things to get there. We go there for all of our coffee. They have a ridiculous amount of different types of coffee that you can ground or just take in whole beans. And then in the fall time, we get the biggest apples I've ever seen, the caramel apples. They're huge, and we buy those every year. So they got a lot of things that my daughter loves going there and seeing all the stuff. So there's just a lot going on at that place, and we like to make a little Saturday of it.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
I feel like that's what
nice.
these places are great for. They're perfect to wake up on a Saturday morning and you just go down and see what's going on.
I've heard that they have like one of the best craft beer selections in town. Is that true?
It's true. It's right there. They got a lot of wine too. A lot of the wine's great, food's great. I mean, they got everything.
All right, Leah, what do you got?
I have one that is right off of Plainfield. So we're going to go a little north here, but it's right off of Plainfield and it's called Ken's Fruit Market. I was just there and I was super impressed by it. It's all fresh produce, fresh meat. They have a garden center. I actually enjoyed the candy section, Ross. But it's just, you can grab whatever you want. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. That old-fashioned candy that we had when we were kids, they have it. So
Like the grandma candy.
yeah, the grandma candy, all the candies. Actually, another favorite part of mine is their fresh meat. It is everything you can get there is 100% fresh. They cut it. I mean, everything is right there. It's really good. And I love a great place that has fresh meat that you can just go to and it's going to be good. And yeah, I don't know. It was just, I was super impressed by it. Yeah.
Let me note that there is another Ken's Food Market in downtown Alger Heights.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right there. It's a great little spot. That's the only one I've been to. I've not been to the one on Plainfield.
Yeah. I was very impressed when I was there. Yes. Loved it.
Something about supporting small grocery stores that makes me feel good. And I mean, so I don't know about you guys. Like, hey, I'm all about supporting the big guys too, but sometimes I just feel like I get a little bit lost in the shuffle at some of these places. It's overwhelming. And I feel like supporting these smaller local grocery stores, it just something feels good about it. If it's not stressful, you go in there, you know what you're going to get, you know what you're going to enjoy, and you're supporting local. So I love it. Katie, what do you got?
Well, we've definitely talked about this place before, but I'm talking about the Southeast Market, and their whole mission is about increasing access to healthy, affordable, but also like culturally accepted foods through like a sustainable and equitable lens and process. And so actually all of their foods and all of their items, they first source from Black, Brown, Indigenous, local, women-owned farms and businesses. And I think that's really really great. They're trying to kind of give a place for all of those businesses that don't always get, or often I should say, get overlooked in other situations, and giving them that place first. And they have some great programs for the community on building like resiliency and wealth for the groups that have experienced a lot of like systemic oppression. The stuff that they're doing, like they're a grocery store, but the things that like they are doing, I think for the community are really powerful and very cool. So if people haven't checked them out before, like they were definitely worth like bringing up again in our conversation today.
And Katie, where's that located again?
It's in the southeast end, right off of Kalamazoo, like essentially at Kalamazoo and Hall Street.
Okay, great. I'd never been there.
I love it. And you know what? I'm going to give Katie some props here because she knows how to explain a grocery store. Did you see that detail?
Oh gosh, so many words.
That was amazing.
It was great.
I mean, it was really good. And I love, I wasn't thinking about it until she started bringing all this up. And I was like, started to think about how, what a need there is for, this type of small local business and helping local farmers and people that sometimes get overlooked, by these big box stores. I mean, it's easy for the big box stores to have these massive relationships with farmers, but I think that's the special thing about the Southeast grocery stores, these relationships and opportunities. So very good explanation.
Yeah.
Let's go support them. And then when we're done doing that, we'll move over to Martha's Vineyard, Martha's Gourmet Vineyard. So I think most people in Grand Rapids have heard of Martha's Vineyard. It's more than just a neighborhood corner store, Ross. Okay. It is more than a neighborhood corner store. This is a gourmet grocery store focused on the finest beverages and food products for their customers. I think that, it's a very walkable location in that Heritage Hill area. A lot of people walk there. And if you're looking for something quick, it makes a ton of sense. But they've also got just an amazing selection of, I don't want to say higher end food, but just like unique grab and go type of food options and amazing wine selections, craft beers, just a really cool spot with amazing food and amazing drinks. And I'd say a Grand Rapids landmark, Martha's Vineyard has been around forever. And I think, like I said, most people know about it. So let's go support them. So we've talked about 4 amazing local small grocery stores. Go out and support your local business. After you do that, we'll let you get back to living in Grand Rapids. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to Living in Grand Rapids, the podcast. Please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast and share with your friends. You can find us on Instagram at MayGroupGR or online at marketgrandrapids.com.